Oh boy.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am the Owl, and this is another edition of my live. And today we are once again journeying back into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We are here today to talk about the latest show on Disney Plus, Secret Invasion.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yes, oh boy, indeed. And joining with me today, I think you were on the channel before, but once again, joining with me, I have Darkness Under the Wind. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good. Um, this is actually my first time here on your channel, actually.
Really? Because
Yes.
weren't you on one of the Batman streams like a while ago?
I was I forgot whose stream I was on, but I've been on streams with you before, but it's like only on like RJ streams. Because I remember I don't know if he did one on the Batman, but I think I was there for that. I don't really
Okay,
know, but
I might have
yeah.
confused it with somebody else's stream, but either way, glad you could be
Oh,
here.
yeah, no
Uh,
problem, man. Thank you very much for having me on.
yeah, I wish it was under better circumstances, though.
Yeah, I know. Let's.
um, yeah, I did put an invite out there for other people that want to come on, so we'll see who's brave enough to come on and talk about this with us.
Yeah,
But yeah, we'll try our best to have a fun, productive conversation. Well, fun is a
yeah,
strong word, but you
yeah.
know,
Fun. I wouldn't say fun. It's some under circumstances. I would say fun when it comes to how it was at first when we first get introduced. It was then when we later on get into the show. It's then like, oh, okay, yeah. Now it's like, what the hell is this?
yeah, yeah. So far we got Kingdom of Nerds joining with us today. Glad you could be here, Brucifer. Boo this man. You know what? Boo this show. God damn it. Um, but yeah, I know you're joking. Glad you could be here. But let's not waste more time. Let's just get this shit out the way. Let's
Yeah,
talk
let's just
about
do it.
Secret
I
Invasion.
remember seeing your last night video, and I remember how you were on that one. So I know this one's gonna be a little interesting as well, but not as bad as
Yeah.
that one. But
Yeah, expect another heated stream tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah,
What's up, RJ? Glad you could be here. If you did see the show and if you want to jump on with us, you're more than happy. I sent the link. I can send it again if you didn't get it. But anyway, glad you could be here in the chat regardless. But anyway, let's talk about Secret Invasion. And as always, we have to remind the viewers out there that this is a spoiler filled discussion. We're going to talk about the show as if you've already seen it. So if you haven't seen Secret Invasion and you don't want to know anything about it, go watch it on Disney Plus and come back and watch the replay. You have been warned.
yeah,
But it's kind of hard for you not to hear any spoilers from this show because of all the crazy crap that goes on in this.
yeah. Especially with the whole a certain person getting every single superpower you can think of.
My God, my God, my God. We will get to that. We will get to that.
You know,
But
yeah,
but
I know.
before we get into our opinions about this show, I guess we should pretense. If you guys have followed my channel for a while, you guys know I have been very critical towards the Marvel shows. I know that there are fans of there are fans out there that like the shows, or at least the majority of them. I know there's people that love stuff like WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki, all that other stuff. For me, with the exception of two, maybe two shows, all of them range from mid to just bad.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, you want to talk about bad? Don't get me started on fucking She-Hulk. Oh my god. You want to
Yeah,
talk about
She-Hulk. Yeah, that was. I know. I remember when I first reviewed it, I was a little bit easier on She-Hulk, but then like
Yeah.
I tried to rewatch it again, and it was like, oh no, nope, this is not it.
Oh my god.
This is not it, man.
You know what I find funny? I find so funny. People were comparing She-Hulk, the finale of She-Hulk, to the finale of Secret Invasion. And this is my opinion. I don't know what your opinion is on that because I know like I've watched a lot of your streams, I've watched a lot of your videos. I still have not seen that one though, but I will say this. I don't know what your opinion is on the She-Hulk finale and the like of what you thought which was better, which was worse, but this is coming from me. The finale of She-Hulk was worse than the finale of Secret Invasion, though, for God's sake. Like, look, there are bad moments in Secret Invasion, but good God, She-Hulk had so many worse moments. Oh.
Honestly, like they're both they're both really bad, but for different reasons. So it's
Yeah.
like it's hard for me to like even decide like which one I think is worse for right now. I probably gotta sit on Secret Invasion a little bit more, and
Yeah.
then but like in I man, but yeah, man, I really try with these shows. I really do, man. I don't just
Same here.
like I really give them a chance. I don't like go into these wanting them to fail. I want them to surprise me, because it's
Yes.
like I know I've made it very clear that I am the DC guy, and I'm never
Oh,
going to
dude,
apologize for that.
100%.
I am the DC guy. Oh, hold
Trust
on, we
me.
got another guest coming in. We have RJ. How's it going, my friend?
Hello,
Yo.
hello. How's everyone doing today?
Doing all
Hello.
right. Well, all right is strong word, but we're hanging in there.
Yeah. No, I get you. I mean, we're talking about what could possibly be the greatest Marvel TV show ever made. So I think it's a
Oh
very
yeah,
exciting day today.
it's gonna win all the
Oh,
Emmys. All the
I mean,
Emmys.
it's
oh
going to beat
yeah.
out Succession. It's going to beat out The Bear. It's going to beat out House of the Dragon. Everything, man. This is the show that's going to win it
It's
all.
gonna beat out Guardians 3.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Hold on there. Hold on there. But
I mean, if we're ranking these, this is definitely the best Disney Plus Marvel show ever released. It may even be the best Disney Plus show ever made, period.
Yeah,
Peacemaker,
I
who?
know.
Yeah,
I know.
Peacemaker ain't got nothing on this. I mean, my God.
Yeah, I
on
know.
this.
Peacemaker may have nothing on this, but at least Peacemaker had some heartfelt moments. This had some serious hardcore shit.
Yeah, we're edgy, man. We're edgy now.
Yeah,
All you
he's had some
people
hardcore
out there
shit in
It
saying
was
that.
about as edgy as a slice of cheese.
Oh god.
But yeah, like for me, I know opinions differ depending on who I talk to, but for me, like the only shows so far that I have enjoyed from start to finish was What If and Miss Marvel. And I don't know if
Really?
we want to. Yeah, honestly, those are the only two that I legit enjoyed. Like
Damn.
For me, it was
the
trying to go in order here from what I remember. For me, I think those shows I enjoyed all the way through were WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier, Loki, What If, Moon Knight, and Miss Marvel. Those are the ones I actually really enjoyed.
Yeah.
She-Hulk I liked up until the finale. What were the other ones?
Did you say Hawkeye?
Hawkeye I enjoyed up until the finale. I thought that finale was kind of weak sauce. But I don't know. I need to go back and rewatch Hawkeye. I've not watched it since it first came out. I liked it for the most part, except for that finale. That finale was rough. That finale was very rough.
The thing I find funny with the finales of these shows is that every time they build up to the finale, it's always a letdown. Like when they build up to the finale, it's like, oh my god. You get excited, and then when you watch it, you're like, what the fuck is this? Like,
or vice versa. It starts off really boring and slow, and then it gets really exciting the last two episodes.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And see that was the thing with this show too, right? Which is like, I'll be honest, like I was bored in the opening two episodes, but I stuck with it, and it got better a little bit. And the finale happened, and it was just like the worst thing ever. And it was just
oh
bad.
yeah,
Oh,
we will get into that nonsense. But yeah, man. I mean, I don't know if we want to count the special presentations, but like I thought both special presentations were great. Werewolf by Night and the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday
Oh yeah,
Special.
yeah,
I
they were
thought those were
great.
great as
Werewolf by
well.
Night is better. Like for me at least, like Werewolf by Night has aged better and better over time. Um, and I think that it's definitely one of the best pieces of content they've produced on Disney Plus, to me at least. I think because it actually had like some really artistic value to it. It felt like it was something very unique and different, and plus it's just a lean, mean, contained story. You know, it's a complete
Exactly.
package.
Right.
It didn't overstay its welcome.
Right.
Um, so at this point, I'm like going into this. I mean, if you guys have followed my channel, you guys know I kind of like tapped out on watching these shows weekly because like it would just drain me just trying to follow it every week. So I once again waited for all the episodes to air. As far as the Secret Invasion like comics, it's one of my least favorite comics I ever read. I don't like Secret Invasion at all. I don't
Really?
know. Yeah, I never really liked. I never really liked it. That and Civil War. Those were like the two like big Marvel titles that I had a struggle getting through. Um, yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Damn, bro.
Wait, what?
I'm not pulling no punches tonight.
Why
We
are you
got
not
another
pulling
guest. We got
punches?
Blue Jay. How's it going, man?
Oh, it's time for her to hear you tear this ass up.
Oh, don't worry.
Oh,
I'm going to tear this one a new one. But yeah. So yeah, Secret Invasion. Like, I knew at some point they were probably going to think about adapting it, and I was dreading the moment it happened, and here we are. Now, this could be, this could be a Civil War situation. Well, even though I didn't like the Civil War movie, it was technically a better adapted story than the comics. If you want to do technicalities, so I'm like, maybe they could salvage something with Secret Invasion and make it something coherent because like the story of Secret Invasion, in my opinion, is one of the most incoherent stories I've ever read. Like I don't know how it's just so many weird stuff happening in that story. So it's like whatever. But what gave me pause though is that they decided to waste that storyline on a show, and I'm like, okay, what, why?
Well,
Why are
here,
you
here,
not
here.
making this a movie?
Well, here's the thing for me, right?
Should have been
Because
a
like,
movie.
well, no, because like I think back to like, and this kind of ties into the finale too a little bit, but just like this is just like the thesis statement, right? Where were the scrolls first introduced and this whole thing started?
Are you talking about movies or comics?
Movies.
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, right? Okay. Do you want to know like what felt missing in all of this?
What?
Oh, are you gonna make me say it? Are you gonna make me say it?
I am. You know whose like character was like defined by the end of her movie being like, I'm gonna help you guys find a new home world.
Carol Danvers.
Carol
baby.
Yeah, or
Danvers.
at least like
Yeah.
Monica or somebody. And like I'm not saying you have to have like a cameo. I'm just like, is it not weird how like this story, which was set up to be a major thing in the Captain Marvel movie, is just like being tossed aside to a Disney Plus show. And not even that. I'd be fine if it was a Disney Plus show, but it's not leading into the next Carol Danvers story. How?
It's
How
not.
is that? Because like you could have done so many
Wow.
interesting things if like having Carol explore the fact like she failed to find them a new homeworld. How does Monica feel about Gaia? If you remember the end of Captain Marvel, her and Gaia were like becoming friends, right? There was like that little
Right.
hint of friendship between the two. We're
Right.
never going to probably see them interact. Definitely not in this show. Probably not in the Marvels. So it's just like, again, wasted opportunities here. It's just like it didn't feel consistent within the own boundaries of its own storytelling. Because again,
Right.
where like they mentioned Carol a little bit, but like we don't really get to see how she feels about any of this, right? It's just like there's no
Yeah.
exploration of that. And there's other
What?
things that we'll get into later, but like the finale, again, I keep pointing out the finale. It's just like the finale sets up interesting things with like the world building in the MCU, but it does nothing with it. It's just thrown in at the last second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what are
So
we doing?
I definitely agree with you that it seemed like they're completely missing an opportunity to develop Captain Marvel a little bit more as a character, and like the scrolls were an integral part of that movie, and it's like it is strange that there is no presence of her in this show at all. I am happy though that Nick Fury is getting more to do because it felt like he was starting to get a little lost in the shuffle post Endgame. So
Right.
happy about that. And Amelia Clark being in the show, it got me kind of interested to see what she would do. Hopefully, it won't just be like a glorified cameo, like a lot of the A-list actors they'd be getting for the MCU recently. Um, but yeah, just the marketing didn't really blow me away with this either. And as far as Phase 5 as a whole, like we got off on a really rocky start with Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Oh boy.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was great, but
Oh,
like
incredible.
yeah, but I don't know if it's enough to like turn everything around. And since James Gunn is gone and going to DC, it's like his presence will be felt. I mean, his absence will be felt. But I'm just crossing my fingers, hoping for the best. Please don't just put in some effort. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking for these shows to be fantastic. Just put in more effort, man. Because we just had miss after miss after miss. At least in my opinion, I know different from other people, but it's just miss after miss after miss with these shows. Can you just look at stuff like Miss Marvel, stuff like What If? It just like, can we just get back to that? Because it gave me slight hope that maybe they will actually, these writers here will actually put in something good. And you have Samuel L. Jackson here as well. Like, you're not just going to give him garbage material to work with, right? Right?
Right.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like they have like a really good cast here. Although I'm starting to wonder if the Game of Thrones curse is slightly real. If that's like a real thing. It's like, man, these Game of Thrones actors and actresses, you put them in something outside of Game of Thrones, it never does well. It never goes well. It never goes right.
I mean, unless you're Jason Momoa, but yeah.
Jason, well, not even. I think Jason Momoa's got to get hit with the curse of Aquaman 2 later this year. But
I hope not.
boy.
I hope not.
Oh.
But we'll see what happens with that thing.
He's probably gonna get hit with that whole.
But yeah, it's
Aquaman
just like
super
you have
backlash.
talented people in here. I think they try their best to like, what's the word? Lift up the material. Try and make the best of it. I mean, because you got Olivia Colman, you got Ben. I mean, you got like a really solid cast of actors. It's just like
right
how they're being used is not always the best. And we'll get to it in a second. But like again, there's some decisions made in terms of like killing off characters where I just go, so we're killing them off here, and that's okay. That's how we're doing it. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start off my general thoughts with this. Let me pull up this comment right here. Dude, what is your problem with Secret Invasion? I had no problem with the show because I knew it was going to be the same as the original comic from 2008, and people need to get over it. Okay. You did look. If there are people out there, if there's like the 5 people out there that like this show, if you truly enjoy it, more power to you. This is probably not the stream for you. You should probably turn this off because I'm not going to say a lot of nice things about this. Secret Invasion is terrible. Terrible. I hated this show. Hated it. I did not think we can get any lower than Hawkeye or She-Hulk, but we somehow did. I felt like I wasted 5 hours of my life sitting down and watching this. It is fucking horrendous. There are so many illogical things happening in this show. Like I thought Eternals like contradicted so much stuff in the MCU. This is just, I am baffled with the decisions made in this show.
It's okay. Woosah, like in Bad Boys 2.
I am
Woosah.
so freaking mad, man. I'm like,
Inner peace.
what were they thinking writing this show? What were they thinking, man? Like, and even outside of the illogical stuff that is not consistent with the stuff that came before, as far as the universe, it's just as a story by itself. There's nothing compelling here. I felt nothing watching this. I didn't feel this empty since watching Andor not too long ago. If you guys know my thoughts about Andor, if you didn't know my thoughts, go ahead and check out my podcast for that. But just like the effort, the whatever, if I want to call it effort, them trying to give people character development, it's a failure all around. I can't really think of anything in the show that I genuinely liked
I
or
like
thought
Ben
was
Mendelsohn.
interesting.
I like Ben Mendelsohn. I like
Okay,
Talos.
I'll say that the performances,
It was
that's
good.
probably the
Ben
the
Mendelsohn
biggest
was good,
positive
I
I
would
can give
say,
it.
yeah.
The performances are really good all around. That's probably the only positive I can give to this show. Even the concepts, as you were talking about earlier, RJ, the concepts that they introduced in here,
Again, yeah,
like
interesting stuff, especially at the end, but they do nothing with it. It's just, oh, here you go.
exactly, like I can't even fully give that a positive because they dropped the ball with those concepts so hard in here. I'm just like, no, this is just an absolute no, man.
Yeah.
I'm like this close to tapping out with these shows, man. I am like, I just.
Well,
God.
the next one is Echo, which they're dropping all at once as a binge, and has reportedly had very significant production issues and
God.
other various things.
See, I'm
Remember,
not,
this is the
F minus.
And this is the first Marvel and Star Wars show, like any Disney Plus show, I think, except for maybe like some of like the other. There might have been a couple, but this is like the first Marvel
Tales of
or
the
Star
Jedi.
Wars show that's been all released as like a binge. They've never done a binge release before. So
Actually,
I don't know what that
Star Wars
says.
has with Tales of the Jedi.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah,
So,
Tales of
yeah.
Jedi. Okay.
The Echo
but
show, I'm
anyway.
not that interested.
But anyway, that's my overall thoughts. We're just getting started, ladies and gentlemen. I got so much, but anyway, let's go to you, Darkness. What did you think about Secret Invasion?
All right. Well, all right. Let me get my shit bag out. All right.
Bag.
Yeah, let me get my shit bag out. All right. So, well, I'm just kidding, but not literally, but let me just say this real quick. So, I'll say this about Secret Invasion. At first, it started off really good. I liked the first episode, DL. I know you didn't. I know you didn't like it, and I understand why. At first, I liked the first episode. The second episode, I was a little like, I'll still give this show a shot. I still thought it was really good. It's just the whole thing with like Talos revealing, oh yeah, there's millions of us. Like Nick Fury kind of knew about it. Like, okay, but what is going on though? Why did you not tell Fury? Okay, I know it was revealed, but at the same time though, it's like that's still a little weird though. Like, huh? Like I was left scratching my head on that. We then get to episode 3, and I didn't have any issues with that. 4th episode, I didn't have any issues with it. We get to the 5th episode, and we get to the harvest part, and I'm like, what? Like I'm blank the whole time. I'm still like, what the hell? So all of their even Drax, which if I'm assuming correctly, he doesn't really have any power. Sure, he's strong, but he doesn't have anything like super powerful.
I cannot wait to get into that, but go ahead.
Yeah, so he doesn't have any superpowers. He's pretty strong, sure, but no superpowers. And then we get to the season finale, and this was where I was just done with the show. I'm watching this show, well, the finale, I mean, and I'm just like, what? Like, I'm literally like sitting there, like, what? Just blank as a ghost. Like, why? How is this doing or working? Like, it was just so fucking bad. And then the whole thing with Rhodey.
Oh my god.
Rhodey. Oh god, Rhodey, what they did. Rhodey being, if they really go with Rhodey being a Skrull, since Civil War, then what the fuck was he doing? Why did they kidnap him if they were still cool with Nick Fury and didn't declare war on Earth yet? Why would you kidnap him if you're still cool with Nick? And Jacob brings up, okay, Jacob, I see what you're saying, but the thing is, though, okay, after Endgame, sure, after Endgame, okay. But the thing is, though, even if it was done during Endgame, why would they wait to do all of that? To do what they did here in Secret Invasion? Why didn't they do that in Endgame? Why would they wait until right now? Okay, if they were planning it before Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or right before the events of Secret Invasion, I would have been perfectly okay. But if it's during the events of Civil War or Endgame, nah, I can't go with that. That's not going to make any sense. You're telling me a crippled Rhodey is going to, like, crawl around, right? Actually be realistic about crawling around in life and death situation when a whole building gets fucking destroyed by Thanos, and he's, like, got to crawl around with those braces on his knees and his legs, I mean, in order to walk around. You're telling me he was playing that. He was just portraying that you couldn't get up for a minute and be like, oh shit, okay, nope, I gotta get out of this. I'm out, y'all, or something, or anything like that. Like,
well, the thing that made that messier is that the directors are like, well, that's what I think happened, but they'll probably change it. And I'm just like,
but that's what you think happened?
well, that's what I think. Like, that's not that. He basically said that was his interpretation when he directed and composed the backstory of Rhodey. But he also said in the same interview, oh, they're probably going to change it anyway. So, but that's just what I think. And I'm just like, so there's no clear story or like indication or like plan with that. It seems like he kind of just like, well, it's a scroll. We'll figure out when he was a scroll later, I guess. I don't know.
Wait. So, oh no, so you go darkness.
Oh, I didn't want to cut you off, but
oh no, so it was like, can I be honest with you? I have not seen the show.
Oh, you haven't even seen the show?
No, he's just here. He's just here for the rage.
Yeah, I'm just here for the rage. I'm just here for the rage. I'm like, I don't all the Marvel shows. I'm not that interested in Secret. I forgot the show even came out. There was so many stuff coming out. Some of to watch, some to go see. I was like, oh, did this? I don't know. I just, and I never had the time. And I saw all the spoilers on Twitter and stuff for the Super Scroll, I guess, and then Captain Marvel 2.0 or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I know like a majority of the stuff, and even the freaking picture of Nick Fury kissing you like this.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait,
Yeah,
I got it. Wait a minute. You mean this shot right here?
Yeah.
Oh, to be completely honest, can I be honest? When I first saw this shot, I thought it was Ben Mendelsohn's character. I thought he was like,
Well, no, it's the sad thing. I've seen that picture be used in so many thumbnails saying that the funniest one, not to get all political, but the funniest one, I swear to God, this is a real thing that happened. I saw Melanie Mack, that YouTuber, post on Twitter that this was a potential, and she wasn't being like sarcastic. I thought it was a joke at first. And I read the this again. She's actually being serious. She's like, I'm going to get my full conspiracy theorist on, and I think this might be a way of like trying to get everyone indoctrinated and get everyone ready for like when the demons come from outer space and the aliens arrive. So she's like, with that. I'm like, what?
Oh my God.
What is wrong with humanity?
I'm like, so now anytime there's like an alien human relationship, it's like preparing us for like demons and demons corrupting humanity. Like, what?
Okay. Oh, hold on, guys. We got another guest coming in. We have Aaron World Order. How's it going, my guy?
I'm good.
We got a party here tonight.
Sorry I'm a little late. I was a little busy, a little busy.
Fair enough. But let's try to get the conversation continuing. So let's go to you, RJ. Tell us your general thoughts on Secret Invasion.
General thoughts. My biggest thing with this show is that it has a because I agree with everything else that's been said this far, but the one thing I'll say that I think should be a little bit different is I think the show has a major tell don't show problem. It tells us pieces of information, character stuff, tells us these important things are happening or have happened, but it doesn't do the work to actually show us that. When showing it would actually be beneficial, not only to the show, but just the storytelling and just like the world building in general. Why is it that like all these things have to be like talked about but never shown? You know, it just does not make sense to me. It just doesn't. And it gets very, very annoying and very tiresome. Again, for example, the whole harvest thing. We are told, like, second to last episode at the very end, Nick Fury's like, oh yeah, during the battle at Endgame, I had the Skrulls infiltrate and take everyone's DNA from, like, the battle remains. I'm like, when did this happen? How did this happen? Does anyone else know about this? How do the Avengers feel about this potentially? Why did Nick Fury even do it in the first place? What was he trying to do with the harvest? How the hell did they get those? How did the Skrulls even get on the battlefield to get all the DNA? How did they get, like, we don't see any of that. It's just thrown out there, like, as a Hail Mary, like, uh-oh, they're making the Super Skrulls. It's all off screen. Yeah, Jacob, it's all off screen. It's very annoying. It's like,
Don't question what happened off screen.
Can't you do, like, a single flashback?
That's the problem. The problem is off screen, but if you have to show it on screen. If there's important details, we need to see it on screen. If there's like important stuff.
Yeah, and like I have no issue with dialogue heavy shows. Yeah. I mean, I very much enjoy something like an Andor, right? Andor has a lot of dialogue, but for one, it's well written, so it helps. But also, too, it doesn't like negate showing details. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't negate showing you important things that are happening. So
even
that's another reason why it's annoying.
Like the show, like even Andor did a better job doing that. But
yeah.
But
yeah,
right.
And also too, like I think the flimsy. My other biggest issue with the show is, and again, the show was fine for like the first half, and then it's got bad and bad and bad. The final episode was just atrocious. That final fight was god awful. We'll get into that in a way.
That final episode, I know we keep bringing it up. That final, everything in that final episode ruined the whole show.
It did, Show. I mean, like honestly, it was almost as bad of an episode of television as the Mando season 3 episode with Lizzo and Jack Black.
Which I still haven't seen yet.
Like not as bad as that, but it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. That might be the worst thing Disney Plus has ever produced. That one episode right there, but like
I'm not looking forward to reviewing that.
Yeah. Also, you have horrible timing now because all these Lizzo allegations now. Oh my god.
That too.
God.
Oh boy.
That episode's aged even worse now.
She made Jack Black look bad.
Yeah, she did. But to get back on track, like I said, the big thing for me is just like it does so much to like the world of the MCU. I have no faith that it's going to get resolved or answered or talked about. Like the end with Gaia and see, I don't remember her name. Olivia Colman's character.
I think it's
Sonya. Gaia.
No, Sonya, right? Is it Sonya?
Sonya Fallsworth.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. I almost forgot her name.
Yeah,
because like. I know nothing about her. I just know that she's there. Like, who is she?
She's MI6. That's what she's.
Yeah, but I don't know anything about her personally. You know. But that was this kind of thing for me. I'm just like, I don't know anything about you, and it's just like I don't care. But again, like they're introducing like, okay, like Nick Fury's going off to space to like negotiate a peace treaty for the Skrulls, and the Kree. Are we ever going to see that? Is it ever going to be like shown to us? When are we going to see Gaia and Sonya next? I have no clue. They never announced anything or like said anything, right? It just like, and like, again, the thing with the final episode, the president like causing anarchy. That's a great idea. That's really cool. Like everyone turning into vigilantism to hunt down Skrulls.
We know where that's going to go, though. We know that's going to go into Thunderbolt Ross becoming president.
I don't think so. The only thing I could see that turning into is like him becoming a one-term president because they mentioned it. But that's it. That's where like because if you remember Captain America is about the Hulks, it's about the leader, it's about vibranium. Same thing with
Right.
Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts is about trying to
The thing is,
get the vibranium. So where is the scroll stuff going? It's not continuing Captain Marvel 2. So what are we doing?
That's the thing. When does this take place? Like before or after the Marvels?
Martin Freeman's character. Martin Freeman's character. Where does that take place? Black Panther. After or before? Where does that take place? Because remember we saw Black Panther 2, right? Like he was a Black Panther.
Well, that's what I'm confused about too. They never told us when these people were Skrulls. Yeah. At least in the original Secret Invasion comic book story, like from what I remember, they gave you at least some indication that when they were replaced, right? This show, it wants those big surprise moments of, oh my god, this person was a Skrull, but it doesn't do the legwork to like make it impactful or interesting. Because like I don't like, when was Ross a Skrull? When?
Yeah, they don't explain.
We have no. Was he a Skrull the whole time? Was he a Skrull during Wakanda Forever? When was he a Skrull? They don't explain or say. Are we ever going to get the answer for that?
Yeah.
Or are they just going to like right off like, oh, he was a Skrull after those movies, so whatever.
But
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But that's I could go on and on and on. I don't want to.
Yeah, we will go on and on. Yeah. But let's go. You, Aaron. Overall, what did you think about Secret Invasion?
Okay. I did not like the first episode. I actually did like the second episode, and then I decided to stay off watching the rest of 4 episodes, and I binge watched all 4 episodes like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I'm like, oh, this show's not that good. It's not that good. They killed off Talos, like
they killed off Maria.
Maria Hill, yeah, they killed off Maria Hill.
That was shocking.
What?
Yeah.
They kill off Maria Hill in the first episode, and then they mention it a little bit in the second episode. It's never brought up again. It felt like it was like just done just to get her out of the MCU finally.
Yeah. I'm just tired of this Marvel thing where they go back to the same show, either wanting to take over the world or destroy humanity over and over. It's always like the same thing over and over. It's always the same motivation. But my thing too, like. Yeah, they did explain a lot of stuff. Nick Fury, right? I don't know. He has to do this on his own. Like, dude, just call it. You should just call. If you were smart, you just call it Avengers. I'm sorry, like whatever. But
Oh yeah, I love. Thank you, Aaron, for bringing that up. Can I just say real quick, and then Aaron, I'll let you finish. But I love like that they say multiple times. Nick, why don't you call the Avengers? We gotta let real people handle this. And he's all like. We need regular men to handle this problem. And the final episode is we're just gonna get the superhero to do it. He's all powered up.
You need a regular man to take down Gravik.
And it's like by regular man I mean the Skrull daughter who's gonna have all the powers of all the superheroes.
Yeah.
Regular people
have true superpowers. By the way,
you know what people were saying about that when she got all the powers? There's no point in having the Avengers or other heroes if she has everything.
Well, I saw some.
You serious?
I saw some people say like, "Oh, Gaia, she doesn't have the Super Skrull powers forever. It's only during that one battle."
No, she does.
No, she does.
That was never said or established. Like they don't explain it. That's the problem. They don't explain anything, so you're left to wonder.
But Gravik had it,
based on what Gravik still had them. So my whole thing is like, I don't think it's temporary. I think she has all the power still.
Yeah.
Oh God, man!
It's just a finale, man. Like I did not like the finale. The finale is bad. The way they played us when I was, I guess I understood why I had to be here to take down Gravik because Gravik did kill her father and mother. So I guess it made sense. It's just the fight was bad. Everything was just like. Everything was just bad about the show. Like the explanation, the placing, the time of this show where it's taking place in the MCU after since Endgame, it's questionable. Like Rhodey, when was he captured? When was Everett Ross captured? Like when was that happening? And also like I was gonna say, yeah, it's it could have been people like this is the first one they had since She-Hulk. Not a good start. Not a good start.
Nope. The
And they
first
could have
show
had
of Phase 5,
yeah.
and yeah,
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
And I know a little bit of a tie-in. There's not much, but there's a little bit of a tie-in to the Marvels. A little bit with Nick Fury's going to be in it, and the Kree are going to be in it for a little bit. I know they're going to do those peace talks with the Kree, whatever. It's just I have to do this on my own. Just get the other Avengers, man.
like
Just be smart. Like some of these Marvel heroes, the heroes are dumb. They don't think. They don't think sometimes. Like,
No.
I don't know. It's just. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing. This long term, you cannot do mutant hating. If they do X-Men and mutants, if they end up in the MCU, like in that main universe, that 616 universe, you cannot do the humans hate the mutants anymore. If you do this humans hate the Skrull storyline, you can't do it with mutants. You can't do it with them. You got rid of that story right there. You killed that potential storyline.
All right. Well,
this show really broke you guys. I'm
it
scared.
really did. It really did. Like I'll be honest with you guys. I don't have a lot of constructive things to say about this show. Like I'm mainly just going to be shitting on the finale. But like I'll try to be constructive about the stuff that happened before. Like I mean, it just really upset me that okay, so I've been saying like in the previous like movies and shows that like it's like the Marvel Cinematic Universe is cheat with their deaths, like they will kill people off and then they will bring them back later on or whatever, and maybe this will happen again too, but just like
Very much comic books.
the one time they decide to kill like big characters off, like it just feels out of nowhere. Killing Maria Hill
It is. Now
and
it
killing
is.
killing Talos. Like Talos was one of the few things in Captain Marvel that was actually resonant. She was actually a really likable character. He was very important to the plot, and you just blatantly kill him off. So you have no use for him at all in the future? Nothing at all?
If anything, they should have kept Talos alive and had him be the Super Skrull, because he actually was the one who had issues with Gravik. Like, again, they didn't explore it. Like, kind of say this: I think Gravik might be the worst MCU villain now, or at least he's in like the bottom bottom 3 or 5.
Is that a hot take?
I mean,
Gravik was
pretty bad.
Gravik was such a bad. Like, there's nothing interesting about him at all.
No.
There's
like
just
his
like
motives,
nothing explored, nothing explained.
I understand his motives. But it's his way of doing. It's his way of.
He's just stupid. But like the show, he's all like, "Oh, like I'm gonna take over the earth and lead the Skrulls." But all you Skrulls working, you're fodder. I don't care about you. I'm gonna tell it right to your face. I'm like, what?
He doesn't care. He doesn't care about his own people, really.
Yeah,
like
you're gonna blow up. You're gonna blow up the planet with humans in it, and at the same time,
he's gonna have the U.S. and Russia nuke each other and then take it over from there. Okay.
And apparently, they can conveniently survive radiation. They can conveniently survive.
Well, maybe
radiation.
it'll give them superpowers. Maybe it'll give everyone superpowers.
Like they should have thought about that first instead of making this stupid harvest crap. But anyway,
can I say something real quick before we move on?
Yeah.
All right, one of the things I want to say about Gravik is, okay, we see Gravik in the final episode. He's venting to Nick Fury. What the fuck was the point of that if that wasn't even Nick Fury anyway? Like, why the fuck? Yeah, but at the same time, it's like Gravik was venting. So it's like you were building up all of that to that, but we never see Fury and Gravik talk or anything, like in person, having just a normal conversation, being like, hey, you did this, I trusted you. But except, oh no, that was a Skrull, which, okay, fine. But at the same time, it's like, if you're venting out to someone like that and you're angry at them, you want to get them out, you have to do it to the person you're mad at. Building up, leading that to nowhere, but to Gaia posing as Fury. Like, What?
See, that's where I'm talking about the emotional resonance they attempt to do in this show is ruined because of stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
they just it's a cop out. That's one of the reasons why I don't like the Secret Invasion storyline, because they lead you to believe that these situations with the characters, these emotional moments, whatever, are actually genuine until you find out, oh, that's not even the actual person that you actually have you actually this is not even the actual character you've been following this entire time. It's a fake out. So the actual moment is ruined. It didn't actually happen with these characters that you were following them that you actually care about. It's actually a scroll, and they're doing it for shock value or ha gotcha. That see how you yeah we swerved you there ha like I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. And then going back to okay, let's talk a little bit. Speaking of that, let's talk about Nick Fury's wife.
God.
Wife.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Ugh.
there are so many things wrong with this. Now, the good intention was there to give Nick Fury a little bit of vulnerability as a character, seeing that
Yeah.
he
He's
actually is
he's the- he's
has
the one
someone to
character-
love.
He's the one character in MCU we really don't have know anything about biography about since
Right.
since you introduced, except for like Captain Marvel, but that really doesn't explain much. It was just somebody climbing up the ranks in Captain Marvel, but there was nothing like we don't know what his personal life was like
Right.
since then, right? Because of when he formed Avengers and all that, we don't know.
Right. Now here's the problems. The problems with this he married a Skrull. So one of the conflicts in this movie that sets off this entire shit is that not too long after the events of Captain Marvel, Nick Fury appoints the Skrulls to help him with stuff on Earth, and in return, he's going to help the Skrulls find another planet to live. That was the deal he made to the Skrulls. 30 years go by, nothing happens, and then he goes away off into space without any explanation of where he's going and what he's doing. And then apparently, before he left, he meets this female Skrull, and apparently, once again, off screen, they give you some slight teases here and there, but off screen, they fall in love and then they get quote unquote married.
Yeah.
This is a 6-episode show.
And he's been like,
And then
couldn't
you get married
give
in the past? Like, what the fuck?
You couldn't give us okay. Like I really wanted to try and like feel the emotional connection between Nick and this what's her name? What is her name?
I forgot.
Shoot. I have the cast list up right now. Hold on a minute. Priscilla. I really wanted to feel that, but they only give us one flashback of them meeting each other for the first time, and then that's all we got. We don't see them connect, we don't see them bond, we don't see them having like going through rough times. So when we go fast forward to present day and they meet back up again, we're supposed to just feel something for this, but there's like just so many questions because okay, if Nick Fury fell in love with a Skrull, wouldn't she be the motivation to push Nick to help the Skrulls get another planet? What?
Mm-hmm.
Like what? Why would she let him just go away for 30 years, not do anything, no addressing anything, and then it just makes no freaking sense. It makes it look like Nick Fury doesn't even give a shit about her or give a shit about the Skrulls.
No.
Like, and we still don't know what he was doing up there with the Skrulls this entire time. We still don't know why. There was no explanation given to Talus. There's no explanation given to Priscilla. There's no explanation given to Gravik. Like, I'm almost like, you know, even though Gravik, I'll agree with you, is not really a good villain. Like, I'm almost like, I don't blame you because Nick's kind of acting really sus right now. Like getting away, doing all this stuff scot-free without any consequences or repercussions going back on him. it just didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense.
Yeah,
It's so,
has
so
so
weird.
many
standard.
problems.
It was weird about this, like why she chose that form. I'm like, you chose a form of a woman passing away, and you want to live her life. Like that's not like, and she's
And no
supposed to.
wonder. Talos told the rest of his species
Yeah.
to come to Earth. What were they supposed to do? What were they supposed to do?
What they have other plans. They could have gone where for to hang out for a time where Crow and the Guardians were. They would let them in for a time being. I don't know.
I guess like at that point they should have just explored planets themselves.
You know what? Maybe
for Nick and Captain Marvel.
Yeah. I'm sure there's some planets out there would let them in. I mean, like
They have a spaceship, don't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Just so many logic gaps. So many freaking logic gaps. Okay. Rhodey.
Oh God.
Jesus. So we already talked about it earlier with that now we're led to assume that Rhodey wasn't actually a Rhodey since Civil War.
Oh my
So
God.
all the emotional resonance that you felt since then is now put into question because that's not even the actual person.
That pissed me off.
Makes no
Oh
sense.
my
Yeah.
God. What I want to know is why would they kidnap him if they were still cool with Nick Fury, and then they waited all this
Yeah.
time and
Yes.
were planning on fucking attacking then? Like,
So when did they kidnap him? Like in Civil War? Like how soon did they kidnap him? Because we saw him struggling, right? We saw him like the end of Civil War. We saw him struggling, right? Because obviously during the fight, the Civil War fight, we saw him struggling and talking to Tony at the end, right? When Tony opened the letter from Captain, and so then we get to Infinity War. So when did he get kidnapped between that and Infinity War?
I don't know.
God.
I don't know.
We're gonna find out in Armor Wars, so hopefully they don't.
Yeah, if that ever comes out,
is that the real Rhodey? Is that going to be the real Rhodey?
Who knows?
if that ever comes out, by the time it comes out, it'll be like 2030.
Yeah, right. With the writers and actors strike, right?
Out in the year 2023. There you go.
They'll before, but I wouldn't be surprised if it came out like in 27 or 28 or even 29.
Oh, okay. Oh, here's another thing I just thought of. That also doesn't make any sense. So, if Rhodey and Ross have been captured all this time, you remember the hideout that they were at? They were in this like radioactive like plant, whatever.
Yeah.
And like they were there because they're more tolerant to the radiation, right?
Yeah.
Rhodey and Ross aren't tolerant to the radiation, and they've been locked up for years, and they're okay now. They're not dead. So like,
it's like yeah. So Ross. So the one we saw in Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, that was a Skrull the whole time.
Okay.
I'm sorry, DL.
Gosh.
I'm sorry.
Gosh, man. But it's this stupid show. There's so many illogical things that doesn't make any sense. It feels like an AI wrote this script. Since we're like debating nowadays, like if AI is a good idea for Hollywood, obviously it's not. But it's like it literally feels like an AI came up with the script. And funny enough, I'm sure you guys heard about the controversy that the opening credits of the show was made by AI as well, and you can definitely tell.
I didn't really care that much for the intro. I was like, whatever.
I mean, I don't really give a shit about the intro, like it's AI or not. Just like it's just a fucking intro. I'm like, okay, they're not talking about the show. They're just talking about an intro. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah, honestly, that's the least of our concerns. Is
right
AI intro,
God, I know.
but like. Literally, this stories felt like it was written by a 3-year-old. It doesn't make any sense. What is up with the continuity of the MCU? It's just
the director was like, Oh my god, on social media, like it's like, why did you guys don't like this show? Why are you saying? And like, I'm getting death threats. I'm like, oh, stop.
Oh,
The director was like,
like,
trying
oh,
to defend.
I have
Double-
no idea what I could have done to make you unhappy. Get the fuck out of here, man. Like, I don't understand. Like, this seems to be like an ongoing. This seems to have been an ongoing issue with the continuity since Phase 4. Like, why? What is up with the? Why is there inconsistencies between films and shows? I thought you had one person. Well, I think
I blame the TV shows.
Yeah, because I know Kevin Feige's probably stretched too thin at this point. Like, so there's only so much he could do, but it's just like. It just baffles my mind that these movies and these shows are getting farther and farther away from their own continuity. This was a cinematic universe that's tied to the hip. Like, you're so worried about setting up for other things, but you can't be consistent about continuity about the stuff you're setting up. Like, what's going on right now?
Oh my god, I know.
I don't know, man. It's like. We can talk about later, like about because I know people are like we're calling for the MCU to reboot after this, or it's like the MCU dead after this. We can have a talk about that later.
That's more exaggerated crap, you know. This is whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Sonya is just there.
Yeah.
Honestly, that like he's like
she did some really intense shit though.
What was her goal the whole time? Like, I don't understand her goal.
I don't know. I really don't know.
With a guy, whatever her name is. Like,
I don't know.
Like,
she reminded me of Dolores Umbridge from Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix.
A little bit. Oh yeah, a little bit.
But yeah, like I don't know her motivation either. Like,
her motivation is must make UK more powerful.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, she is MI6. It's just that she should be the definition of what a Skrulls would want to take down humanity, the way she was torturing them and stuff. Like, what she was doing to the Skrulls, I can see why the Skrulls would want to get rid of graphically want to get rid of humanity, because she's perfectly doing all of that, making his point a little bit with the torture and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Not Nick Fury.
Yeah. Which, I mean, okay, I will say, like, the couple of scenes where she's interrogating people was slightly entertaining to watch. Slightly.
Yeah, that shit was intense. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, like, and she's just talking in her like very polite, British manner the whole time while she's doing these brutal things. Like, it's kind of kooky, and I got a little bit of a kick out of it, but. Once again, I just wish I wish we understood her motivation a little bit more. It's just there to just set up another kind of conflict. Broke
his brain.
It really is. I'm really trying to think of other things to mention before we just talk about this finale, but the president is stupid, but mostly because of the stuff that happens in the finale.
He's gullible.
God, like, one thing I don't understand. One thing I do not understand. Don't you have technology you can create to determine who's a Skrull and who's not? Actually, you don't even need that. Won't you pick up on certain things?
Yes.
That could tell you whether or not it's the actual person. Like, can't you come up with a secret handshake or a code name or whatever that only an actual human would know? Like, can't you pick up on something that seems a little bit off to tell you, like, Rhodey's actually kind of Rhodey's acting kind of strange. Like, I don't know about that.
Yeah. When Nick Fury, exactly. Like, it's like, 'cause it has to be something like that gives him an idea that this is not Rhodey, this is a Skrull. There has to be something. It's just like, I agree. Like, and as Nick Fury as a spy at times, like, come on, you should know that.
Like seriously, you're a spy. You do espionage, but you couldn't. And you hung out with Skrulls in space, and you can't tell if Rhodey is an alien or not. You can't. Like the Skrulls didn't give you pointers to figure out who's a Skrull and who's not. And then here's another thing. That's another failure on the writing for this. If they even wanted us to go with this, they shouldn't have even told us that Rhodey was a Skrull until the last episode. They should have just had us linger on it, made us like believe that was actually Rhodey, and then that actually could be like an M. Night Shyamalan twist at the final episode. So it could have been a more compelling twist. But since they gave it away halfway through the show, so we're already thinking, oh, so okay, yeah, he's Rhodey. Somebody got to stop him, right? Like, you can't even just linger on the surprise. You just have to give it to us right away. Like, God, it's so freaking stupid. Anyway. All right, I'm ready to talk about this finale. If everyone else is ready to talk about this finale,
God.
This finale is garbage, absolute garbage.
God.
Like, okay, I haven't watched Game of Thrones yet, but now I kind of understand how you guys feel after watching season 8 of Game of Thrones, because this finale is a failure on every freaking level. Let's start with this stupid harvest stuff. So wait a minute. Wait a freaking minute. You're telling me during the events of the final battle of Endgame, you somehow got the DNA of all these different people while they're on the battlefield.
Even Thanos.
Even Thanos.
Mind you, some of these people didn't even have superpowers.
Yeah, Iron Man. Like, what's he gonna get from Iron Man? What power are you gonna get from Iron Man?
Also, Thanos dusted away at the end of Endgame. So how did you get DNA samples from him?
So I'm guessing the fact like they just look for any blood on the floor on the ground and just pick that up, extract that, pick that up, extract that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure when I watched Endgame, not everybody bled because not everybody got to physical combat like hand to hand or anything like that.
Or somebody spit.
Right. Spit, sweat, like I don't. Can you explain that? Can you explain that instead of just saying, "Oh, we got it during the events of Endgame"? How? Please tell me how.
So even you said everybody, including
not
Black
everybody.
Widow,
Here's
Hawkeye.
here's the official list that I got.
I think it's really everybody
from the show.
Yeah.
Here's the list of people that they said was in that harvest. They have the powers of Ghost, Captain
Ghost
America.
wasn't even at the battle though. Ghost wasn't there. Already
that's stupid. Because she wasn't even in the battle. But okay, sure. She has the powers of Ghost, Captain America, Corvus Glaive.
DL, correct me if I'm wrong. Ant-Man and the Wasp, wasn't Ghost's phasing powers or cured?
Yes, phasing powers. Yes.
Did she get cured from that? From
I think so. I don't know.
Van Dyne? Did she cure him?
I don't think so.
It's been a while since I've seen Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Or actually, no, you're right, because Michelle Pfeiffer cured her thing, right? Yeah. So that doesn't make any sense. But anyway, did you get DNA samples before the events of Endgame? Like what the? Anyway, Ghost, Captain America, Corvus Glaive. That's one of the people. That's the guy from the Black Order with the staff. Yes,
he was there from the 2014 version. Yeah, he was there.
He has Thanos' DNA. He has Proxima Midnight's DNA. He has Captain Marvel's DNA. He has Drax's DNA. He has Abomination's DNA. He
wasn't there either.
Abomination wasn't in the final battle either. But okay, sure. All right. We have Mantis's DNA. We have Korg's DNA. Korg's wasn't in the battle either.
Oh my God!
Actually, fuck. I'm trying to remember now. Fuck. I forgot now too.
Whether or not, it's still illogical. Ebony Maw.
Okay. Yeah.
The Hulk.
Yeah. Well, the Hulk didn't really fight in the battle, but he was there. Technically.
Valkyrie.
Valkyrie wasn't there. Oh, she was there.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
She was.
Yeah,
Oh my God! I just realized something. Hold
on, before you do, let me just finish this. Thor and Black Panther. Okay,
Don't
go ahead.
worry
How
about that.
dare you get Black Panther's
They probably
DNA?
got everybody. They probably got more people than that. It's just-
No. My whole thing though is like, if Tony dusted them away in Endgame, how would there be any DNA left to collect
I don't know.
from the Battle of Endgame?
The Thanos bleed.
Unless they got the DNA from. No, because Thanos was never on Earth during Infinity War.
Actually, no,
he was only
remember
on
when,
Earth during Endgame.
He was in
When-
Infinity War. He was in Infinity War.
when Iron Man, Thor, and Cap fought Thanos,
When
and
he
then
just snapped
they had
himself.
all that or drop of blood. Oh, actually, no. Actually, that was in Infinity War. That's when they made him bleed. And that one thing for all that for a drop of blood. That was the one time.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm saying, like, how did they get their DNA?
He was in
It
Infinity War,
makes
though.
sense.
I
Did
know
they
that.
go all the way to Titan to grab Thanos' blood or something like that?
How'd
They
you
cut off his head, but
I-
they cut off his head. But the people that would cut off his head, they would not think of collecting his DNA. Like Thor, Captain Marvel, Captain America, whoever.
Yeah,
they
none
would
of
not
the
think-
Avengers would take his DNA.
Yeah. It's like Thor, Captain America's like, here, you know what? We should take his DNA, give it to Shield. Yeah, I don't think so.
And then here's the bigger problem with that. Even if they were able to get all the DNA from all those people, how do they know that all of those DNA signatures would be compatible with one another? Hulk's DNA alone would be a problem for everyone else.
Yo.
Hulk's DNA alone is a problem. How did you mix Hulk's DNA, Abomination's DNA, Captain Marvel's DNA, Thor's
Yes.
DNA, all that, and nothing happened? There was no chemical reaction, explosion, none of that. Like that doesn't make any sense. And then on top of that, so now that I forget her name because I'm really mad. Emilia Clarke's character. Now that she has all these powers, technically, she is the most powerful character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe right now.
Yeah. Now, yes.
Oh my god.
So
And she was
forget
able to
calling
use
the
the powers
Avengers.
just like that on the fly. She knew how to use them right away.
Yeah, forget calling the Avengers. Just call her up, and
Yeah.
she can do everything now. Like. There was no rules of how she was able to use those powers. Within 30 seconds of her getting the powers, she uses them effortlessly to kill
Gravik.
Gravik.
Who, by the way, I might add one more thing. Why
Yes.
didn't Gaia turn into her scroll form when Gravik turned into his scroll form and he got all those powers too? That's something I didn't get too. I'm like, why is she still in the form we've been seeing her as throughout this show?
That's what I questioned for like the others, like scrolls in the other episodes. Like when there's just the scrolls themselves and they're still in their human forms. Like there's no humans by you. Why are you all still in your human form? Like what is going on? I think that was a contract thing with the actors. Like they want to have this amount of screen time without the makeup or whatever. So that's probably why that's the case. But,
Yeah, that's probably
which
true.
is it's really annoying. But and budget. Yep, Jacob brought it up in the chat. Budget probably.
Yeah, this show costs a lot.
show cost?
Man.
Like
That's another issue with these shows in general, not just with this. Like I am so tired of them formatting these shows like they are a 4 to 5 hour movie. Like it's not working. That doesn't work.
Well, see, I've seen like the budget thing be thrown around, particularly when it comes to, oh, well, why didn't they show this or that, or why didn't they show the Battle of Endgame? I'm like, okay, even if it's a budgetary thing, you could cut away, like show like footage from Endgame, and then cut to, and then do have it be like a filter, like a film of the battle or something. I don't know, and or at least build like a set or just CGI a set of you have like scrolls walking around or like disguised agents walking around collecting DNA samples. It's not that hard to do a scene like that. I don't think.
I don't think
and it's
so
also
either.
a length issue too. Like they're just too short. You know,
Yeah.
How
Have
are
you
you supposed
noticed-
to get a solid
you noticed-
story done in the finale
Have you noticed-
without credits? Without credits, the finale was like what 29, 30 minutes.
Yes,
It was super short.
Yeah.
the last
Right.
3 or 4 episodes were like 25 to 30 minutes without the credits. Like they got shorter and shorter. Like I noticed that.
Well, that's just lazy writing.
Right, exactly. Literally.
Easy writing for TV shows, right? You should be able to go into more story development, with better story development with TV shows than the movie because you have more time. But like they write like it's a movie.
waste
That's the
their time.
problem. Yeah.
Yeah, they waste the time that they have, which like I beg the question, like, why would you even make these shows in the first place? Just make Disney Plus exclusive movies if you don't want to make them into like proper shows. Like
Spend $200 million Disney Plus movies. No, we're not.
See, it's pointless to make you do it as a movie because you're still spending the amount of money. Like, why don't you just you're spending the money that is like spending the money for a movie. So what's the point of doing a movie?
What did they say the budget was for this, guys? Like $212 million for like 6 episodes?
Yeah, $212 million.
this show cost $200 million. Where did the money go?
I don't know.
Probably went down the drain.
Apparently, season 2 of Loki cost like 140.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Well, that's a little bit more understandable because it's more of an effects heavy show. But like Secret Invasion didn't have that much going on. Like what?
Yeah, but Secret Invasion cost more. And then like I even saw clips of the damn final battle scene. That did not look pretty good.
212 divided by 6 is like $35 million per episode.
Okay, then yeah, it is different with how they budget that than a movie. But like, yeah, because of Mission Value, I'm like, how does this cost $200 million? But but yeah, it's just it just doesn't make any sense. Like, they might as well just do Disney Plus exclusive movies if they're treating these shows like they are 6-hour long.
And I wouldn't be so positive about Disney Plus movies because most of the Disney Plus movies suck.
Well, yeah, that's right. You guys see Pinocchio or Peter Pan and Wendy?
Or Home Alone, the reboot Home Alone. It's all bad.
Home Alone.
Pinocchio was some old bullshit.
Yeah, it was. Okay. So going back to this terrible finale. So here's another reason why the president is stupid in this. Not only was he also not able to know that wasn't the real Rhodey. You should already get red flags when Rhodey is telling you to blow up Russia. Like,
yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah. Why
like, that should be red flag
thing?
Yeah.
I think RJ had to leave.
Yeah, RJ had to go.
I appreciate you being here, man. Hopefully we can get you back on another stream in the future. Nice talking to you. But anyway. But yeah, so yeah, red flag should be going off if out of nowhere he's asking you, "Hey, you got to blow up Russia because of these aliens, man."
Yeah, Rhodey, he was an Avenger telling you to blow up Russia. Like yeah, that's a red flag.
So not only that, but then after that they help save your life. The Skrulls help save your life, and they clearly established that not all the Skrulls are evil. There's a portion of them that are good. What is the first thing you do after you get your life saved? You go on TV and tell the entire country that we're going to hunt down all of the Skrulls. And that causes mass hysteria across the world.
Dumb president.
Are you stupid?
You know, it sounds like
I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's so stupid. He got saved by them. And then everybody, even people you think it's a Skrull, you can hunt them down. Think it's a Skrull without proof, without evidence. And it's shown some innocent people getting hurt and shot.
Innocent people getting killed because of that dumb decision.
And Furry said perfectly fine, clear. Enjoy your one-term presidency.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And it's like and it's even more like what makes it even more stupid is like he didn't even say scrolls. He said aliens. Dude, you gotta be more specific because we live in a world where there are alien heroes out there. So can you please be more
aliens? Thanos. Yeah, you're right, Dio. Thor's pretty much an alien.
Yeah.
Like he helped save the world multiple times. Then again, he wasn't president when Thor did that because that was past 8 years. The American, presidency, it's 2 terms, right? So obviously, when Thor saved the world in 2012, the Avengers, it was a different president at the time. I think it was a different president at the time when Iron Man 3 and all those came out. But yeah.
But yeah, that I was just done, man. I just no logical choices were made in that finale. And then yeah, Nick goes back into space with his wife to help with the peace negotiations with the Kree, and which we probably won't talk about at all in the Marvels. Like who knows where all this takes place. I was just throwing my hands up in the air, man.
I know the Kree. I know the guy, the Kree, like Ronan, those people. I know they're in the Marvels because I saw them in the trailer. But I don't know how prominent they are in the Marvels, though.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, the thing is, though, it's like this show is gonna have very little like build up or anything that's gonna like have any references from this show in the Marvels. So I mean, it's like this is definitely one of those shows that people are just gonna be like, yeah, no, I'm not watching this.
I mean, and people thought Echo's gonna be bad. Echo probably will be bad, but
honestly, like, man, like nothing happened in the show, but then significant stuff happened in the show at the same time because we still have that big, massive issue with the Skrull having all of those DNA stuff from the other heroes. That's still a big problem. So I don't know. I guess now we can just start talking about like is the MCU in trouble now? Is the MCU broken? Do we need a reboot? Is it dying?
No.
Like what do you guys
need a reboot? It needs fixing. It needs to make sense.
Yeah.
And how do we do that? How do we do that at this point?
We get everybody on the same page.
We're gonna get an answer with the Loki season 2 if the MCU is in big trouble. Because if Loki season 2 is not that good and it's dog shit, then oh boy, that's gonna be a big loss.
And then if the Marvels comes out and it's not that good.
Yeah, I don't
and
think Marvel's
and they're not betting high on Echo because Echo's gonna be a binge watch, right? Like Echo's being binge watched because it's coming out all at once. They're not positive about that. Yeah, I agree, man. Like the problem is, I feel like they're so disorganized because like they don't know how everything fits. Because some of the people, the writers and directors that are coming up on their Marvel shows and movies are like they're confused themselves. They're already confused themselves. It's like
right. See the problem. The problem is that it's not like I see people say like it's not just this show. Like people criticize Marvel a lot, where they're not really directed by people. They're directed by a committee. They're not. It doesn't like people like. It's not a clear vision or something like that. Like it's made by a committee that they don't know what they're doing. I think that's what people criticize Marvel for. And it's always like these directors, you remember these directors are a bunch of like indie directors who had like a hit indie film people talk about, and then they get swept up by Marvel to do one of their movies. So, and it's mostly like you don't really see like their style in there. It's mostly just the same.
Mm-hmm.
So that's I like the movies, but when you compare it to some of the previous work, like director wise, it's very night and day.
Yes.
It's not like a big flip, except for like Sam Raimi and stuff, which his style is imprinted on Doctor Strange too. So
and James Gunn with Guardians.
Yeah, James Gunn as well.
Yeah.
So if we,
And you can
And,
clearly
I,
see,
and
even though it's
Ryan
not great,
Coogler with the Black Panther movie. So.
even though it's
it's
not
like
great
Right,
movie,
yeah.
even though it's one of the worst received Marvel films, but you could totally see Chloe Zhao directing with Eternals.
Eternals, yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, so here's what I gotta say about the state of Marvel right now. And this is not me rooting for Marvel to fail. I obviously don't want it to fail. I am a Marvel fan. Like I know people don't believe me when I say that because I'm the DC guy, but I've been with Marvel since the beginning, man. I want them to succeed. I'm invested in these characters. I'm invested in this world. But we gotta call it how it is, guys. We can't just keep ignoring the issue and let it get worse and worse and worse. Marvel is in trouble right now. It's in trouble. It's not. Everything is not hunky dory right now. You can
Yeah.
like the shows. You can like the movies that came out post Endgame. That's great, but you cannot deny that it is not at the level that it was post Endgame. The quality is not there, and definitely as far as the success financially, it's not there. It's not there. The
Yeah.
continuity is all over the place. The character development the character development is not consistent or it's not as good as the post Endgame. Like, and you have these new writers, these new directors coming in and just doing whatever the hell they want.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this used to be a
Yeah.
cinematic universe that was tight with everything, regardless of like how I felt about how I feel about Marvel being like an assembly line of products, whatever, and like everything feeling the same. Like, there was a purpose to that because everything felt cohesive. Everything felt like there was a purpose. Everything felt like it was setting up to the next thing,
Yeah,
and the culminations felt more consistent and coherent by the time we got to the team ups or whatever, stuff like that. There was a beginning, middle, and end. What I'm getting at is they had a plan. They knew where
Yeah.
stuff was going to go. Phase 4, there's no direction.
Yeah.
Phase 5 so far, there's no direction. Am
Well,
I now?
it
Now,
felt
okay,
like they had
you
an
can-
end game with the multiverse saga, but they had no direction how to get there.
exactly. Like, yeah,
Because
we
they
know
knew
there's
they knew
multiple.
Kang was gonna be there. Yeah. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Kang, right, yeah, Kang and the
Yeah.
multiverse. That's all we
Yeah.
know. We're dealing with multiverse, and Kang's gonna be the big bad guy. Okay, like the way we're getting to that point is a jumbled mess. I don't want to know everything. Obviously, I don't need to know exactly where the direction is going, but it's like the journey to getting there. It's having a heart. It's hard for me to stay invested because it's just all over the place.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yes.
right now they need to get their shit together because we already know that Disney is like in a really bad place right now because Star Wars is having a rough time with the quality of their shows. We just got off of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, and that didn't do very well. And now, and like even like some of the Prime Disney stuff like Elemental and Little Mermaid and the other animated stuff coming out, like they're not doing very well financially. Like Marvel is about to head down that road as well if they don't make some massive changes going forward.
What they really need to do is that okay. So remember last year when they announced like their entire saga at Comic Con last year. So yeah,
Yeah.
we
I
got
remember
excited.
that.
Yeah, we got excited at first. At first it was like, man, that was a big thing, man. But now you start seeing the cracks now, because there's a lot of like changes going around, switching release dates, a bunch of delays. Directors like come and going. We see that with Blade, and I don't know what the hell's going with Fantastic Four. Like this whole casting thing is
This was
ridiculous.
DC years ago, man. DC did the exact same thing years ago when they announced all these movies are never getting made. They all got canceled. There's a whole
Yeah,
list
but,
of them.
but that's
Yeah.
different. Well, DC is different because Warner is just trying to catch up with Marvel. That was just back
Yeah.
when BVS.
Yeah, they were trying to just
BVS
catch up
went
with
around.
Marvel and every single one
Yeah,
of their
but like
felt like
we're
Marvel
DC
projects.
is doing right now, they're rebooting because they knew they're gonna mess. They're rebooting
Right.
Marvel is where DC was, because like Marvel's not going to reboot. They're going to try to fix all this
Oh
because
yeah.
they can't really reboot. They can't really reboot right now. They're in the middle of it. They
Yeah.
can't reboot.
It's just the fact. It's just like there's so much stuff going on. Like what they need to do is that they just have to just announce one movie at a time, or not one movie, at least a couple movies at a time. So
Yes.
so they'll know. So they'll know. Okay, we have a roadmap, but let's not blow our loads yet. Let's just at least we have what we got coming out, like Marvels, Blade. Well, I don't know about Blade. Deadpool 3.
Blade.
Deadpool 3 is the only one I'm actually looking forward to. Okay,
If
Yeah,
that
Yeah,
comes
Deadpool
out,
3 looks really good.
yeah.
Looks like it's getting
I'm-
delayed again. Deadpool.
I mean, okay,
Because
if it gets getting delayed, sure, it's whatever. If the studios can actually get their head out of their ass and pay their writers and actors, who will be out, they're done with this shit. So delay Deadpool 3 and just one at a time, just baby steps. Like, yes, I'm sure they're like, oh, the Infinity Saga works, so we're gonna announce a whole another saga, like Phase 5 and 6. Yeah, we got excited, but there's gonna be some problems going around.
Yeah. The
Right,
build
and-
up to a Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars just aren't the build up isn't really that great because of the movies that are heavily like building up that's gonna make you say, hey, watch this in order to get
build.
this. People are going to be like, what the fuck?
Yes.
Like
Ant-Man, man.
Right,
Ant-Man.
like-
Remember Ant-Man?
yeah,
was supposed
Ant-Man
to
and the
do
Wasp
that.
Quantumania. A lot of people
the
did not
Quantumania.
like it.
Yeah.
literally the only movies that were positively received up until this point was Shang-Chi, No Way Home, Doctor Strange, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Yes.
Nah, yeah, that's true. And you know what? Here's something that I'm a little concerned about for DC. What are they going to do after their 10-year plan and they make their new saga? Are they going to be in the same situation that Marvel's in right now?
See, I think with James Gunn, I think he had an interview. I don't remember.
Okay, you're right. Wakanda Forever. I'll give you Wakanda Forever. Fine.
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But like I will say, like as far as like cohesion of the story, the only movies that felt cohesive was Shang-Chi and No Way Home. And everything else, even though I like the other movie, I'm sorry, Guardians. Guardians was a cohesive movie. But even like the other movies that I liked, even then you notice that the writing in there is kind of weird. Like Doctor Strange, like the writing's kind of off in certain stuff. So it's like
Yeah.
it's just not fully there. I don't understand what's
But
going
see,
on.
but here's the thing. Like, when it comes to Gunn, James Gunn, like, yes, he did announce the slate. He didn't put a release date in every single one of them.
No.
Right.
Because we don't. What do we got? Superman. That's all we got to worry about. Superman. If Superman comes out, makes the money, and then I'm sure.
I already said like Superman Legacy. They got to prepare for that. to
Make the
underperform.
money, and then it's gonna be. I can guarantee it's gonna do well because I'm confident enough. If it's gonna do well,
I think it'll do well, but I don't know if it's going to make a bunch of money.
Oh
though.
yeah. It's depending how much they spend on it. But if that movie does well, I'm sure he'll announce release dates to other movies. He's not gonna announce like Superman, like Superwoman, or Supergirl, Brave and the Bold, like every single one of them as on a release date. That's not. He's
Right.
gonna do that.
He's going to announce Creature Commandos because that's the first thing that's going to come out with DCU. And he already has an announcement for Superman, like you said, Legacy.
Right. But here's what I'm coming at, though. I'm just saying, once this first saga that Gunn is making is over, what are they going to do afterwards when they try to make another saga and they try to build up more heroes and they find themselves in the same situation that the MCU was in with Phase 4?
Well, I think there's a difference between James and I think that's the difference between like how James thinks and how Kevin Feige has to think because of Disney. I think James, like, he's worried about getting these projects right, and then once he sees that those are successful, that's when he's going to start planning out what comes out after. I don't think he's even worried about the next thing after that. He's just worried about these set of stories that he announced. He's worried about those being good, and if they're successful, then he will do it. That's the biggest issue with Marvel right now, is that they're planning 5-10 years down the line, and they're not even making sure that the ones that they have now are good.
Here's also the difference.
Yeah.
The difference
Exactly.
is that
There used to be a time where Marvel was critic proof and like box office
Oh,
proof,
absolutely.
but
yeah,
now they're not.
Look at Phase 3.
Right. That
Yeah.
was $1 billion after $1 billion after $1 billion. Marvel's
Yeah.
not there anymore. So now they
Yes.
have to take things more serious and slow things down.
that's what I'm
Because-
saying. That's what they should. And then here's the difference between Gunn and Kevin Feige. Feige, he's just a producer. He's not. I could be wrong. He's not he's not really a creative per se. A lot of that, like in terms of like the Phase 1 stuff, a lot of that goes to Favreau. Even the Russo brothers in Phase 2 and Phase 2 and 3. A lot of it goes to those guys, not really much Feige, because he's more of just an executive. Gunn is a creator. He directed a bunch of movies, and
Yeah,
he
absolutely.
got DC has two CEOs, Gunn and Safran. Gunn is a creative, while Safran is more of the business side of things. So it does. I think it is more like we'll see how they play it out. I'm sure it's going to play out really well. So.
Oh yeah, I do think it will too. I'm just saying though, like we just gotta wait and see though. In the meantime, and hope just hope for the best that
I mean,
DC
I-
does not fumble the bag. And
I'm hoping for the
let's hope.
best. I have faith in Gunn. I'm hoping that the movie that I'm sure like Gunn to me never misses. So I'm hoping he does. I'm hoping he sticks to landing with Legacy. Hoping it's great.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's gonna. I mean,
hopefully.
I'm sure it'll make the money because. I mean, I'm an optimist, so I'm very optimistic about it, and we'll just see how it goes. I'm really excited about what they got in stores, and I'm still looking forward to what Marvel has. I think Marvel, if nowadays, because like I think from nowadays, I still like the Marvel MCU stuff. I think it's because when you get stuff like Spider-Verse, you get stuff like Deadpool and Logan. They're doing something different. Marvel MCU does different. Don't get me wrong, but I think what it comes, they're not like stuck with Disney. They don't have that Disney restriction. I feel.
are you sure about that? You sure about that?
I still feel
Wait, you talking about DC? You talking about DC or Marvel?
Oh, stuff like Spider-Verse and stuff like.
So that's
Oh,
Sony.
well, that's Sony, but
Well, yeah, it's still a Marvel property still, but like you don't see MCU doing like something like Spider-Verse. Like you don't. It'd be cool if they do something like an animated like movie or something like that, but they don't. They just stuck to one thing, and I'm
the
looking
closest
forward.
thing you get is What If. So
Yeah, what if? But that's one of the things I'm looking forward to, the more animated stuff than their live action stuff. I'm an animated
Honestly.
person, so that's just.
I mean, yes, the animated movies are not getting the appreciation it deserves, but I mean, yeah, like I don't know, man. Like this really, this really, this show alone is it's really a struggle to like keep up with all this now. Like I used to be all in, but now I'm just like this really rocked my sales, man. I don't know. Like the only thing I like, I mean, I guess I'm kind of looking forward to Captain America, like Brave New World, maybe. And I'm excited to see Kamala Khan and the Marvels, but like at this point, I'm just waiting for them to eventually do Fantastic Four and X-Men. But it's like I don't even think that. I mean, and who knows when those are gonna come out? And it's
Probably
like,
when we're all dead.
yeah, it's like I want to be excited for Daredevil, but after the shit we just got, like I don't trust them to do Daredevil right now. So it's like
If they fuck up Daredevil, oh my god, they're gonna get hated for such a long time.
Oh, I'm sure. And I'm curious about their blade, but who knows if that's even going to happen? Who knows if Mahershala Ali will even stay by the time they even bring that back?
man, he's getting frustrated, like really frustrated.
So it's like to bring everything back home. If there's, I don't know if there's anything else you guys want to mention before we start closing things out, because I'm just
I'll say this. After what we got this year, because there's only 2 other Disney Plus shows that we're getting, Echo and Loki season 2. Because this is a Disney Plus show, a lot of Disney Plus Marvel shows don't have a great track record for being that great, for being absolutely amazing. Like, sure, Loki got a lot of love, WandaVision got a lot of love, Miss Marvel got a lot of love, but the thing is, though, a lot of these shows just aren't. They're not all of them. All of these shows, in my opinion, sure, some of them are enjoyable and interesting to watch, but they're not all of them actually are not a 10 out of 10. They're all close to it, but they're not actually a 10 out of 10. And that's what a lot of other people think about these shows. It's just like there are moments in these shows to where it's like, and they go around scratching their head and they're kind of saying to themselves, like, the show wasn't a 10 out of 10, but it was really good though, and I really liked it, but it just wasn't a 10 out of 10. With a lot of what we're getting with Disney Plus this year, I feel like that needs to change. And the show that needs to have this 10 out of 10 status the most is Loki season 2, because that is heavily building up to Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. All of the other stuff coming out this year isn't going to have that much build up to that. So you need to make sure, they need to make sure that Loki season 2 is incredible, is a 10 out of 10 show, and does a good job with the fucking writing. Because, oh my god, if they fuck up Loki season 2, Disney Plus is fucking
It's
dead.
the same writing. It's the same writer as the first season. So
right,
that gives some optimism.
Right,
okay,
I'm just
well,
saying.
But that writer did write Doctor Strange, so the same writer did do Doctor Strange, and the writing was exactly the greatest for Doctor Strange. So,
so we're just expecting
saying.
more mid quality. Goodness gracious!
If Loki season 2 is mid, oh fuck.
I mean, yeah, you know, Darkness. They gave up Echo right away. Like,
oh, I know. Echo, I don't have any faith in.
No.
I want to have faith in Loki, and they better not fuck up Loki season 2.
Oh no, that's the big one, right? Like they
messed that up. Disney Plus is fucking
because they mess up Ken.
They mess up that, and if Ahsoka comes out and it's not that good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ahsoka, yeah. Because all the Star Wars stuff they're getting on Disney Plus, like Ahsoka, the Boba Fett, and Mando is supposed to end with a movie.
Yeah.
I hope the series is good.
They better not screw that up.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, the movie is supposed to be like the finale of all of it.
Yeah.
But okay, I think it's time to wrap this shit up. So let's go to final thoughts and grades. Overall, this show is a piece of shit. I don't want to watch this show ever again. Ever again. You. Like, honestly, there is very little, if anything at all, that I didn't like. I didn't like anything in this show. I didn't, and even the little tiny things that I thought was interesting.
Can I answer Jacob? Most of the movies, you're right, but most of the movies had stuff that did tie into Thanos in Infinity Saga. They always had these things that kind of were like Infinity Stones, whether it's the thing on Loki's staff, the Mind Stone, some way with Vision. They always had Easter eggs that did lead up to the Infinity Saga in most of the movies leading up to Avengers Infinity War and Endgame. They always had something hinting to that though, with the stones.
Yeah.
As far as back as the 2012 version, well, actually far before that with Captain America, actually the first Avenger, and then as far as back as that, it's just a little Easter eggs that all led up to those two movies. So they kind of did have connections there. Not big connections, but they did have connections. Eventually, became big connections at the end.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, as I said, like even the little tiny positives that I kind of could get from this show is ruined by how they execute them. Like it's just the writing is so stupid in this. so stupid. A lot of stuff didn't make any sense.
No.
The emotional resonance with with Nick Fury just falls flat in his face because he doesn't explain anything in this show. And he's the catalyst for a lot of stuff happening in here. A lot of stuff could have been avoided if he just opened his freaking mouth. But no, we're here. And then that romance with the Skrull,
You know what? It's like,
so illogical.
That's a woman, though. You know that's a woman. That's a woman.
Yes, but
You
even
tell-
still,
The way you were saying it, it's like, do you just know that's a woman?
Yeah, but the skull of women and men, they look all the same. That's the problem. Like,
that just raises more questions with
Yeah.
the plot, with him falling in love with her. But we already know that. The villain was not that great. Like, he had potential to be a good villain, but it's just so one-dimensional. The basic, oh, you did me wrong in the past, so I get revenge. Like, it's that basic ass shit. And then the finale, one of the worst finales I've ever seen in any show, not just Marvel, like in any finale. Like, nothing made sense in that whatsoever. From all the DNA signatures that's in this one little tiny capsule, and all the DNA is able to be one with each other. There's no weird stuff going on with them.
I think the director did not watch Endgame, because if he did, he would know Ghost was not in that final battle.
Apparently, he didn't watch any movies.
God,
'cause
no.
It made no sense for like half of that shit to be on there. But God damn, just so stupid, man. Like, this show personally just broke me. It really broke me. I
You know
really
what
don't
scares
have
me?
any motivate, huh?
You know what scares me?
What?
What are they gonna do with Rhodey? Are they gonna retcon the whole fucking thing with him and make it seem like as if like, oh yeah, Rhodey was never really like in Endgame or or had anything to do
I'll be
with
so mad.
When Tony know, because Tony is very intelligent. When you know there's stuff you off of Rhodey.
Yeah, and the other thing too though, it's just like when it comes to Rhodey, it's like you better have a damn good explanation on why the fuck Rhodey was taken, if he really was taken during Civil War or Endgame. You better have a good explanation on why he was taken. Because if not, and it's just like, oh, I don't know, they took me.
Or
Makes no
I mean,
sense.
or what if we're in the multiverse saga? Maybe the show takes place in the multiverse and it's just there.
Oh my God, you going with that theory that all the movies in Phase 4 and Phase 5 are in their own separate multiverse?
I mean,
If every
they could
show,
explain
if every
Ghost
movie-
and
if
Abomination.
some of the shows and movies are not like 86%, 90% Rotten Tomatoes, they're just in the multiverse.
wow.
Oh my god.
Maybe you could explain Ghost and Abomination being at the end game. I don't know.
I mean, that's true. You could. I mean,
I don't know.
there would be so
You have
much
to
more
show
you have to
what if,
explain
so
though with what
it's
happened
possible.
in our universe though.
Yeah, look at that.
Exactly. Like what's up with the Prime universe then? If all these other
Right.
timelines have been following, like it just making even less sense.
We're following
But
the Young Mom universe the whole time.
but yeah, man, like I'm not excited for Loki. I'm not excited for Echo. I'm not excited for any other shows coming out. Like, this really broke me. Unless we get a Captain Marvel season 2, I'm not excited.
You mean
I'm really
Secret
not.
Invasion season 2?
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm sorry. No. I mean, Miss Marvel season 2. Unless we get a Miss Marvel season 2 or a What If season 2 or another special presentation, I am not excited to watch any other Marvel shows anymore. Like, I just can't.
I'm excited for iHeart for one reason only. Mephisto. That's it. See what he's like. That's it. I'm curious.
I want to watch
That
it
is a little interesting.
I want to watch the because I like
Yeah.
Riri in Wakanda Forever. I want to watch the show because of her. I like her in the movie.
I mean, yeah, I did like her. I just don't trust that they'll give good writing to her
It's
after this. But
Sacha Baron Cohen Mephisto. That's gonna be hilarious.
That's so stupid, but
Oh my God.
we'll see what they do with it.
Or freaking Borat as Mephisto.
Let that sink in, ladies and gentlemen. They just got Harry Styles to be Thanos' brother.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Secret Invasion is getting a straight up E. Screw this show.
Okay.
Oh, that's
E?
E.
E.
Rated E for the fuck does E stand for something that's terrible?
Excruciating?
Excruciating. I'll look for it.
I don't know. Go ahead, Darkness. Give us your final thoughts and grade.
All right. Well, God. Okay. Again, okay. I liked how the show started. I liked certain things about it, but then when we get to the harvest and we get to season finale, that's where I'm just like, oh God, what the fuck, man. So, fuck, I don't know how I'd rate this. I'd rate this. I'm gonna do this out of 10. Okay, I rarely do this out of 10. I usually do it out of 5, but I'm doing this out of 10 because it's a show as the whole. So I'll just say, man, you know what? 5 out of 10. That's all I'm going. Just
You know
yeah.
what? That's actually better. I actually thought that was better than I actually thought you would give it.
Yeah, well, I'm just giving it a 5 out of 10 because it's just like whatever. I'm just like
It's like okay,
Secret Invasion is just like oh God. The finale is painful.
Painful.
Yeah, it feels like a knife is being stabbed into you. The Kevin Feige is coming at you with the butcher knife, and he's like, "Accept it. This is what we're doing."
You better like it or else.
All right, Aaron, give us your final thought.
Man, I was so high back on the Marvel train after Guardians, and this came out.
I know.
I thought the hype came back after Guardians 3 came out. Like,
right?
What the fuck, Marvel? You let the
Well,
fuck down.
James Gunn.
You need to, hey Marvel. If you can work something in DC, James Gunn should do everything for you. Okay, everything. Just get James Gunn to do everything. James Gunn can want DC and Marvel. Okay. So yeah, I really loved the second episode. I thought the second episode was really, really good, and then you got to the middle, then the ending. I'm like, oh my God, this is bad. Especially this finale. This is really, really bad. It made no sense. The DNA collecting makes no sense. The kidnappings made no sense. Specifically, Everett Ross and Rhodey. I'm like, what the hell? Where did this take place? Like, how does this make sense? When were the Squalls? Like, if couldn't the Squalls just help the Avengers take down Thanos in that 2012 Fist Henchman? Whatever, like whatever. Obviously, they couldn't do that because the Squalls were introduced to Captain Marvel, but they're around. Nobody knew about them because Marvel didn't introduce them yet. But I just made, I don't know what it's lazy to. So if out of 10 or whatever, I'll give it like a 3. Whatever. Yeah.
Can I say something?
Sure.
So, as a person that has not seen this show, just for the rage or just to hang out with you guys, I wrote down. I used ChatGPT to write me a glowing review of Secret Invasions.
Oh no.
Marvel's Secret Invasion is nothing short of a triumphant success, building upon a storyline that fans have been yearning for. This series is an electrifying addition to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, weaving together a narrative that's both engaging and complex. The special effects are cutting edge, creating a seamless, immersive experience.
Wait a minute.
Battle sequences are choreographed to perfection, striking a balance between grand spectacle and emotional resonance. Its unwavering commitment to character development. Each episode delves into the psyche of characters, humanizing them, allowing viewers to connect to a profound level. This show is a must-watch for both diehard fans and newcomers alike. It's a bold, ambitious project that pays off its spades, reaffirming Marvel's reputation as a story.
Who paid ChatGPT money to say that?
Oh my
Because
gosh.
no way.
Reaffirming Marvel's reputation as a storytelling powerhouse, this
Oh.
series raises the bar not only within superhero genre, but in television as a whole. Prepare to be captivated. And with that being said, if out of 10, this is a wipe my ass quality.
You should ask it what the thoughts of Thor: Love and Thunder. We'll see what was awesome.
Oh, God.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, we'll do that later. So this is an A plus.
I am not pulling that up. I am not pulling that up.
Okay.
It does not even deserve a C.
Wipe my ass quality.
So I'm guessing it's that. I don't know what you mean.
Really bad? I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen the show, so I mean, I've only seen the final battle clip, and it looked pretty terrible. So
that's you can make an assumption from that. Trust me, you can.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can make a.
Yeah, I would like to send. I might send you guys just the screenshots of what ChatGPT thinks of Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh God.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Anyway, those are our thoughts on Secret Invasion. Tell us out there, what did you guys think about it? Did you guys love it? Did you guys hate it? Did you guys think it was okay? How does it compare to the other Marvel shows? Are you excited for other Marvel shows? Do you
The
think
hell has ended.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Hopefully the hell is over.
Hopefully the hell is over. But yeah, comment your thoughts down below and let us know. So the next Marvel project we will be talking about is the Marvels. Does Loki?
Loki. Well,
God damn it!
Loki season 2. Loki season 2.
Yeah,
Loki season 2. I may or may not watch at this point, but I guess
I'm definitely gonna watch that. That's the show I'm actually gonna watch.
Yeah, same here. I just hope it's not bad or it's not mid.
Yeah, I had no interest in
it.
Secret Invasion, but Loki season 2, that's where I'm at right now.
I watch every Marvel thing, despite how bad or good it is, because I don't want to feel lost.
I'm already lost, bro. And I've seen everything. But I mean, okay, fine. I guess maybe I will watch Loki season 2 and give you a review for that. And then when the Marvels come out, I'll give you a review for that. So tune in for those, I guess. And
then we'll shit on Echo.
Freaking Echo.
I may watch Echo for the hell of it, just because Daredevil. That's it. I
think this might be the worst. This might be the worst MCU show. I think Echo will definitely take that.
Oh my gosh! What if DL watches Echo, holds up a review, we all join together, A+. There you go.
Stop it. Get some help.
This is the show that brings DL's enjoyment of Marvel again. And then Echo saves Marvel. Holy shit. That's like, oh my gosh. This could be it. Don't
Echo versus
Kang. Marvel DL. It's okay.
Echo versus Kang, the final battle.
Oh god.
Just hold your
breath.
If
you guys enjoyed this stream, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel on the road to 500 subscribers. Look. If Echo is good, I'll be the first to tell you. But there's like a 2% chance that'll be the case. But
November 29th.
That's better than Batman saying there's 1% chance.
No,
the Batman would beat the fuck out of Echo.
Oh, that's true. I mean, Batman would probably beat the fuck out of most of the MCU characters, because since DC characters are OP.
Yeah. Plus, not to mention, the Batman was so good and beat Marvel throughout all of 2022.
Yes, it was a better movie. It was the best of the three.
But yeah, on the road to 500 subscribers. So if you guys watch more than 3 of my videos and you still haven't subscribed, something's wrong with you. Please hit the subscribe button.
Ninja Watchers.
Ninja Watchers, thank you very much. And hit the bell too if you want to be notified on future videos, streams, or podcasts I'll be doing. Don't forget to subscribe to Blue Jay, Aaron World Order. Darkness, do you have a channel?
I do have a channel, yes.
Yes, subscribe to him as well. Darkness Under the Wind.
Yes.
They all
it
have
is literally
good
the name
content.
that it says right here, Darkness Under the Wind.
Oh, okay. My channel name is Aqua Cinema. I do movie reviews, whatever I want to, but I am thinking about branching out in the coming months, maybe next year. A little tease, so stick around.
And then Aaron covers movie discussions and pop culture, and he also has a channel called Laying the Smackdown Wrestling, where he talks about wrestling, and I make an appearance there as well.
Yeah.
So check out his stuff. So as I said earlier, we're gonna what's coming up on the channel. We are going to go back and talk about Star Wars. We're going to talk about the shows that we missed. We're going to talk about season 2 of The Bad Batch, season 3 of The Mandalorian, and season 2 of Star Wars Visions before Ahsoka comes out. So tune in.
I am
those
very
as well.
excited for Ahsoka.
Season 3 season 3 is definitely a hard. It's probably gonna be like this discussion. Mandalorian.
I'm preparing myself because I love Mandalorian.
My hottest take is Star Wars history. The history of Star Wars worse than the prequels, worse than Rise of Skywalker or The Last Jedi. It's casting D-WIZZLE.
Oh God.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh God, don't give me.
I like.
Lizzo.
But I will let you know my thoughts on that. But anyway, that's all we have for you Marvel fans, and we will see you guys next time. Talk to you guys later. I've had it with these monkey flying scrolls on this Monday to Friday plan.